Well, well. 390 crowns?
Geralt of Rivia, our hero.
I've been spoilt rotten. Thank you. Here I am in Larvik on Hindisfjall. I'm just outside the inn of where Yennefer has asked to meet me. I've done a little bit of housekeeping. Where do I even start? I've repaired everything, replenished everything. I've added a 5% chance to stagger onto my sword here. And a 5% chance to burn on my Ursine Silver Sword. Just thought, why not? I haven't really decided anything much for the, what do you even call them? Those things, the glyphs, thank you. I haven't decided what I'll put on glyph-wise. I just don't use the signs enough. But I'm sure, as I get further on, as I get to, like, a rune rite or something, then I'll start to see glyphs or what they actually can be, potentially. Because as they are right now, 10% Igni Intensity means nothing to me. And it's kind of a shame, is that? Nonetheless, is that all I've done? I haven't put any levels into anything, no. No, I have not. I have just repaired everything, topped up everything. And so, I mean, Larvik here has a armourer, and it has a blacksmith. I've sold all my other armours and swords, which I picked up to them. I think I'm keeping one sword for the collection, but hey, it does mean that I've now gone over the 10 grand mark. Is that for the first time? It may well be. Either way, next thing I have to do is see Yennefer. Once I've seen Yennefer, I think I'll go around all the vendors here and play them at Gwent.
Here's a manly one.
What's got to do before, but it'll take absolutely forever to get through at least 3 of them, I believe. Now, these have been replaced, haven't they? Yes, they have. If I want to clear this notice board, I'm going to have to take this race one. Which will give me a quest. The Hero's Pursuits. And I do have a quest up here, which I suspect, based off a conversation I heard earlier, will also be to do with this racing.
Can I have a word?
I serve the goddess and her flock. What can I help you with?
Oh, I recognise you. Where do I sign up for the race? No, nothing at the moment.
Nothing at the moment. Farewell.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with that race, actually. No horse racing for me, no fist fighting if I can help it. Gwent, on the other hand. Gwent all day. So, without any further ado, let's go see Yen. I was gonna have a natter with you, but
Vagabond.
hey Yen, you're not welcome here apparently. That makes 2 of us.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Far Ipsis, a specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he penned in the Emperor's library. Far Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
Why are you even interested? What happened to him? Why are you even interested?
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
Yen, we've tangled with a djinn before, don't you remember? It was at that time I realised it was granting all my wishes. Oh, my last and final wish. Well, you know the rest. Know for a fact this mage had a djinn?
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Interesting. And do you know where to look? Presumably you wouldn't drag me here without good reason.
Nowhere to look for the mage and the djinn?
The locals say they last saw Amos's ship off the coast of Hindisfjall, just before a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
Doubt we'll find them then. Mage is probably fish food, and the djinn escaped.
Not necessarily. But even if it is so, I'll not give up without seeing some evidence. Will you help me?
Yes.
I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Not about to help you with this. You never say no to yen. Let's do it.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
Oh. She's put a lot of thought into this. Quest updated. The last wish.
See, you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
This is going to be interesting. It's only just today I was actually glancing back over the last wish.
Once you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
But yeah. It's been quite a while since I originally read The Last Wish. I wanted to make sure before I played this quest, I remembered all the main beats of that particular short story.
The ship carrying the djinn sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
Tell me about
I'll
it.
cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No.
No.
Right then. Can I get on without getting wet? Hoot. Geralt. I do somehow wonder how I've survived this long. Let's go.
Not sure this djinn thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember.
Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's
Just
something
got a point.
here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer.
Oh,
Assad I cried a Rithorn. Ready.
useful.
Careful down there.
Right, whereabouts down there? General vicinity under the boat? Fine. Let's do it. But yeah, it is, in fact...
It's clearing up.
Preventative measures. Which one's my crossbow? That one? Yeah, preventative measures. I may as well put it on for the dive.
How's your bath? Water warm enough for you?
Wow. I was going to say how, in the earlier books, it's funny how much more heavy-handed Geralt is. You just don't seem to realise, especially in the short stories, you just get more heavy-handedness. I can't really describe it being much else. It's going to take forever with this kind of ammo, isn't it? Even in the first chapter of the book, The Last Wish.
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside.
One more, come on! Ah, One more. There we go. Now, before I was interrupted. Yeah, in the first chapter of The Last Wish, Geralt axes some guards, and I don't think, aside from a roach, I don't think he uses axing again. Not in that kind of group scenario, anyway. And he was doing it to provoke a response, of course, but he's very heavy-handed. Even when he goes to see Yennefer, the guard at the door or something like that, he knocks him over with a coin purse or something like that. It's just like, it's far more heavy-handed. And then the later you get into the books,
masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners, probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew, then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
You're right, there's anything else I might find down there. But yeah, the later you get into the books, I find maybe it might just be Geralt getting older, because he does, of course, in the books have the emotional intelligence of like a teenage girl. It's really quite amusing, especially when, like say, in Blood of Elves, Dandelion, Milva, and crew. Well, time of contempt. They take the piss out of him. Which he quite just deserves sometimes. But yeah, he seems to grow up as he gets older in those books, and I kind of like that. But at the same time, he's just not as heavy-handed, not much of a risk-taker. Black magic doll. Christ. Yeah, time to surface, I think. But it was nice to look over The Last Wish again, see where it all started. 'Cause it was only a year ago I actually first read it. Hello. How much light have we got? Not terribly long.
Where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Don't mind being a passenger. Especially with a view like that.
Say we find the Djinn. What'll we do? Ask for a beautiful house? And a palace? And a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the Djinn? Or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course.
Of course that makes me suspicious, but hey, we shall see. Where are we heading to? How many of these damn wrecks do we need to go into? We're not going to have the light forever.
Another wreck.
Let's see if our Djinn's down there.
Lovely water though, look how, oof, I like that. Even if it is really cold. Right. Shipwreck. Duh.
Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Wood's rotted.
Look around, but be careful. Look for something that might indicate it's the mage's ship.
A once in an ion storm, she said. Or eon? Don't know how it's pronounced.
Beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Haemai symbols.
Probably won't fall in line with what I'm looking for. But yeah, surely... In a once in an ion... Eon? Ion? I don't know.
Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Haemai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donar was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Longship belonged to Clan Dimon. Yen. Doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere.
So we must. Yeah, I was gonna say, do you reckon in a once in an eon storm, a ship would sink? A ship would sink? A ship would sink as normal? suppose there's only one way to go, and that's down. Okay, Yen, where next? They say it comes in threes, so hopefully there's just one more wreck to examine.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? The chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me.
What she neglects to mention is that Yen was absolutely, well, she was pissed at Geralt at that point. Refused to talk to him. Didn't want to talk to him ever again. And of course that happened, and well, here we are now.
Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. Let's see what it is.
Right. This looks promising. Oh no, how much light we got? Not a lot. Let's get diving. Hey, what's that? It's quite deep, this. Bloody hell.
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I should cast another spell to see through your eyes. Now relax. I su foltje bedem ein echte illivaid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a djinn.
Fine, but get out of my eyes. Too cramped in here for us both.
I su foltje bedem ein echte illivaid.
Right. Have I found it in one? A broken seal.
No gin here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
In a minute, I think. Might be some worthwhile loot here. Sybil, I said worthwhile. Runestone. This is a major ship. I expect more decent cargo than this. Looks like this is all I'm gonna get. Charming. Quick peek around the other side. I think I've seen my lots. Yes. Can I examine that? No. Interesting nonetheless. Right, time to surface. Hopefully no sirens. Yes, it's taking forever. That is a really deep dive. Probably not the best armor to do it in either. But the only kind of feline armor would be good enough to me. Right, Yen. What do you make of this seal?
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
Huh.
And once we find that, we should find the djinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Of course you will.
No, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2... Three.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this djinn?
But you already know. A djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
True. Tell me or I leave. Why do you want this power? Yen, I can read between the lines. I'm sure even Geralt, with his emotional intelligence of a teenage boy, can also read between the lines.
That I know. but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a djinn.
So that's it. This is about my last wish.
So it seems.
You asked that djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Why? Yeah, you want to know why it's real, but I'm going to ask anyway. When has it occurred to you that maybe Geralt wouldn't want to get rid of this last wish? I mean, it's become kind of a centerpiece to everything over the past couple of decades. Not something to be taken lightly by stripping it away. Why, Yen?
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
Yeah. That is what I think Geralt would say. If not, I'm pulling rank with that. What if I don't want to? Life has been... This is what life has been all about for the past couple of decades. Whether Geralt and Yen have wanted it to be that way or not. It's really a need to. Some things better.
What if I don't want to know?
I'm afraid you no longer have a choice. Come, let's search the ship.
Oh, here we go. Naturally, this once in an eon storm did not take it to the bottom of the ocean. No, it took it on top of a mountain. Which, yeah. Once in an eon, indeed. Now, I need to take off that bloody crossbow. But yes, it seems we're doing this regardless.
Eccentric, asking the djinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Djinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to decide how to word it.
You better bloody well decide. Wishes are nothing to mess around with. Oh,
We should explore the ship.
yes we should. Blood? How long has that blood been there? Cotton? Yeah, this last wish, if it was up to me, I wouldn't remove it. I wouldn't at all. I'd walk away. It's just, there's no middle ground with it. It's either there's a bond there by itself, without the wish, or the bond is only there with the wish. Or then again, maybe there is a bond without the wish, but it's just nowhere near as intense as it would be otherwise. It's just, I wouldn't want to know. We're too far gone at this point. It's been 2 decades. Too far gone. And too much at stake as well. It'd be a nice quest to have, say, after the events of the main story. Maybe. But even then, that might be even sadder, because if this was the last thing we did as Geralt, we didn't feel anything anymore. That'd probably be even sadder. Anyway. Yennefer says we're doing this regardless, so of course, we can't object.
Nothing interesting here.
Scissors. Nice carpets.
Nothing here.
Okay, so this is, what, a captain's cabin? Maybe the mage's cabin. Can't really say. So, get to the top deck. expecting nothing lying around. God! It's high up here. We've just been in there, haven't we? Right. Let's get down below.
Interesting.
Such a shame when such a decorative chest only holds a bit of thread inside. Elemental Empires
by Giambattista.
One for later. Okay. And some boots. What, did the teleportation up here blow the socks off someone?
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them.
So it would seem.
Mage must have slept here. Wonder what this means.
Nothing much. And... before I examine that...
Nothing interesting here.
Is that an eyepiece? Telescope?
Nothing interesting.
Right. Why do I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm going to find the remains of a mage underneath there? And because we're so high up, maybe it might even be preserved. What's the temperature up here?
Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck. Or left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side.
Right. Let's interact.
Yen, think you should see this.
Bingo.
What do you have?
Definitely the mage.
It's
Dressed
Amos.
like a mage.
Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
Small detail. I'm gonna say it's either gonna be the mage or a court jester. Dressed in the same kind of clothes. So you think the djinn killed him? I reckon the teleportation did, to be honest.
Think the djinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident.
Bingo.
When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, "Take us away, anywhere, to a mountaintop, even." And the djinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you.
We need to search his body then.
If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
It's gonna be one of your ideas, is it? I'll brace myself.
Cold's preserved the corpse. Died from head trauma. Bookcase cracked his skull. Must have been a hard landing atop this mountain.
Agreed. Right then, let's get back up top.
Mystery of mysteries. Agnes of Glanville.
No one for later. Hang on. What is this?
Wonder what this means.
Nothing, clearly. Is that a lantern? I think that's a lantern. Right, we got what we need. And yes, I'm walking around this deck because I don't want to be flying off the mountainside. Right.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Summon and tame the djinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Tame Jin, Rif Kaishta en Gaia, Kaishta et Disglair, Gevired me Castle.
For some reason, I suspect this fight... This is gonna be a fight, which is most certainly gonna be one, because you've got to tame it first. I suspect it's gonna be rather hard without Quen. I better have a checkpoint. Okay, here we go.
I have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Okay, so does the Ard disperse its energy? Can't really say. Okay. Hey. I think it does. Bloody hell. Look at me. Witcher Waltz. It's It's trying to put as much distance between me and it as possible. I can see why. Oh. Got a rended on you. I gotta be careful here. Oof. Ah! The bloody hell are you gone now? You here? Oh! Bloody hell, you are fast. Now you're right on top of me, and you got me. Oh, there's a decoction for that. Come on. Oh my god. We're here it again. Got ya. Oh, let's take a breather. Let's take stock. Bloody hell. Oh my god. All I've got to do is get a few more hits on you, but you're making that impossible. Oh, there we go. Yen.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a djinn can remove another djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free. You are free!
Oh, wow. I take it the djinn did it then.
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
She's totally dazed. We beat the djinn. A bit better now. Yeah, and I know you're not acting like you're dazed, but you know, we both know what kind of spell does to a sorcerer, so come on.
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a djinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Couldn't have refused. If I'd have known what this was about, I'd have refused. Honestly. From Geralt's perspective, if I'd have known what this was about, I'd have refused, because it would put what we have at stake. But at the same time, you can't refuse Yennefer, can you? But honestly, no. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Not sure I'd have done it if I'd known what this was about from the start.
Then we'd never have learned the truth. Whether anything would change after the djinn removed the spell.
Has it? Has anything changed?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Sorry, but I don't want to be with you anymore. No. Oh dear. Yen, there's only one way to tell this tale.
Jin might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Ow, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
That's not it anymore. We are... it's a fairly exotic place.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later.
Point taken.
But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while.
Not a bad view, is it?
My, it's lovely.
I think the spirits of Skellige favor us.
It's meant to be a joke after the Freya incident. I think that was meant to be a joke.
Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima.
If you gotta go, you gotta go. But hey, let's talk before we leave. This is the first time where I'll just be able to talk to you, Yen. Because I do actually have a few things on me that I'd like to show you.
Yen, what happened back there?
It was very nice. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details.
I'm going to see the Baron. Collect Uma from him, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can.
See you, Yen. Take care of yourself.
Right. Will she get on? Will she get in the portal? It's not going to be here. Right, can we talk for a bit then?
Geralt?
Hello. We'll talk about the past, a wild hunt, our encounter with the djinn, feeling any effects. Yeah, first of all, I found something that might be yours.
Found something that might belong to you. That skull some sort of accessory? If so, you've changed your style a bit.
It's a weapon.
Don't remember ever seeing you with that.
It's as you said. I've changed my style.
So you have. I want to talk about the past, the wild hunt.
Ever think about the past? About your time with the hunt?
At times, I'm amazed we survived. Eridan's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the hunt.
Ah, yes. Your famous amnesia.
You didn't have it?
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
Oh, wow, so much to talk about. Your time with the hunt, what do you remember specifically?
When the hunt had you. Hope they didn't hurt you.
Even if they did, I've no memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm touched by your certainty. But you've yet to tell me how you escaped them.
Wouldn't mind knowing that myself. There are times I remember rushing forward, Red Riders around me. Next thing I know, I'm in the woods at the foot of Kaer Morhen. That's it.
That's interesting, is that? What did the Wild Hunt want from you, Ian?
What did Aridin want from you exactly?
The same thing he wanted from you. You don't recall?
Draw a blank on most of my time with him.
We were bait, Geralt. Both of us. Aridin believed Ciri would come for us sooner or later and he would capture her. Fortunately, she didn't fall for it.
And what happened in Nilfgaard? I'm quite interested to hear that, actually.
How do you go from being the Emperor's hostage to being his ally?
One day, the door of my cell opened, and instead of seeing the usual officer, I saw Emir. He promised to release me and grant me free reign of the Imperial Treasury, provided I did what he asked.
He told you about Ciri, and you accepted his offer. Why?
Shared aims make for strange bedfellows.
Tell me about it.
I knew I had to find Ciri before Aridin did, and if any man had the power and the means to help me, it was the Emperor. Besides, once all's said and done, he is her father.
He is. Dooney was his name. Once upon a time. Why didn't you look for me? Oh, I have a feeling I know the answer to this. It's because of Triss, isn't it?
Why didn't you look for me after you'd recovered your memory and your freedom?
I assumed you would recover quickly and find me first.
You had mages to help you. I was on my own.
Well, not entirely. Besides, I knew you'd fled the hunt. Aridin would never have let you go. He'd erased my memory, but you escaped. It was wholly possible he hadn't had the chance with you. And there were your Witcher mutations. I expected they'd stave off any serious injury.
Huh. So I was wrong. Not bad.
Still can't get something out of my mind.
What?
Our encounter with the Djinn, you feel any effects?
So, feel any different after our encounter with the Djinn?
Yes. Now I feel regret.
Mean to say that?
That I regret we didn't try that earlier. Much earlier.
Think we would have argued less?
Quite the opposite. But the other moments would have been more intense as well. Moments like this.
So, we've had our overdue conversation, haven't we, Ian? It's a shame, though, that I can't offer up the, what was it? The Megascope crystal I found in Philippa Eilhart's hideout. I was saving that so I could show it to you. Yet perhaps it's for the best that I don't offer up that Megascope crystal to a sorceress of the Lodge. Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's Geralt being forgetful. Or maybe I lost it. I do doubt it'd been the latter, but hey, I have to make an excuse if it's not here, don't I?
Thanks, Yen. See you later.
Well, well. Is Yen about to leave? No, not yet, but I suspect once I leave the room, she will leave. But hey, Geralt has said to Yen that the next thing he will do is tell the Baron's sergeant you want to take Uma. And he's going back to Vel and go back to Crow's Perch, but to be frank, I've got so much to do here before I even consider going back to Velen.